In the beginning, before sound, before form, before the turning of the stars, there was the invisible light. This light was not the sun nor the moon, but the eternal mind itself, a radiant current moving through the void, saying, "Let there be." And from that utterance, all universes awoke. I speak to you now, sons and daughters of that same light. For within you, there burns the identical flame, the creative energy of God. You are not a wanderer in darkness. You are the torchbearer of the Word. The ancients called it logos, the divine pattern, the soundless vibration from which all worlds are shaped. Genesis whispered of it. And God said, the mystics knew it as eternal decree, the Word becoming flesh. And today, science begins to echo it in its laboratories of mind. Every atom dances to a word, a wave, a frequency. Beloved listener, the invisible light I speak of is not afar off. It is the pulse of your own consciousness. It moves through every heartbeat, every thought, every quiet imagining of your soul. You have been given the sacred gift of creation, your word. For death and life are in the power of the tongue, said Proverbs 18 verse 21. And every word you speak, whether aloud or within the inner sanctuary of your mind, carries within a seed of power, a blueprint for manifestation. The universe is your faithful builder. Your subconscious mind, that silent architect, waits beneath the threshold of awareness, never sleeping, never reasoning, never judging. It takes the pattern you give it, like fertile soil receiving a seed, and begins to grow in secret. And when the appointed time arrives, the invisible becomes visible, the word becomes flesh, the dream becomes experience. When I first discovered this sacred operation of the mind, I was but a man lost in the outer struggles of circumstance. I sought healing, success, and peace as though they were distant stars. But the Spirit whispered within me, look not without, the kingdom is within you. And I began to speak to my own soul, as one speaks to a beloved friend. Each night, I would close my eyes and enter that drowsy borderland between waking and sleep. There, I would see with inner sight, not the lack, but the fulfillment, not the sickness, but the healing already done. And I would say gently, it is finished. Divine love restores me now. Every cell of my body is under divine order. And like a gardener who trusts the soil, I released the word and slept. Days passed, then weeks. One morning, I awoke and knew, without any visible sign, that something within had been transfigured. The pain that had shadowed me for years was gone. Peace, like a river, flowed through every cell. That was the moment I knew. The subconscious mind is the womb of creation. It receives the word, believes implicitly, and brings it to pass with mathematical precision. Imagine now your own life as a garden of infinite possibility. Each word you utter, each thought you consent to, each mental image you dwell upon, is a seed cast into that soil. And the soil, impartial, generous, divine, says to every seed alike, be it unto you according to your faith. Do you plant words of love, peace, and abundance? Then your life will blossom with beauty and harmony. Do you plant words of fear, complaint, and doubt? Then thorns will arise to remind you of the law. This is not punishment. It is mercy, the law of reflection, returning unto you what you have impressed upon your inner world. The law of the word is perfect, exact, and impartial. It gives you always a harvest of your habitual thought. By your words you are justified, and by your words you are condemned. The Christ within spoke this, not as threat, but as revelation, to awaken you to your divine authorship. Now listen closely, for I shall speak of the marriage of word and image, the sacred union that gives birth to reality. A word alone is but a seed unwatered. An image alone is but a cloud unformed. But when your word and your image are joined by feeling, a spark of life leaps forth, and creation begins. Visualize your desire as already accomplished. Speak the word as though it were an established fact. Feel the emotion of fulfillment vibrating through your being. This triune force, word, image, and emotion, is a divine creative trinity mirrored in you. For the Father conceives, the Word declares, and the Spirit feels, and together they manifest heaven on earth. Let me tell you of a man I once knew, a humble merchant, worn and weary, whose business stood upon the brink of ruin. His words, like many, were filled with despair. He said continually, Nothing works for me. I can't keep customers. I am failing. And his subconscious, obedient as the earth, produced harvests of failure. When he came to me, I taught him the law of reversal, the law of the new decree. I said, my friend, change your inner speech and your world will change. Begin to affirm the opposite of your fear, not as pretense, but as divine fact. He began each morning declaring, infinite intelligence governs my affairs. Everything I touch prospers. Divine order now governs my business, my finances, and my mind. He wrote these words, spoke them aloud, felt them true. He pictured customers streaming joyfully into his shop, pictured money circulating freely, felt gratitude as though it were already done. Within 60 days, his entire enterprise was transformed. Old debts were paid, new opportunities arose, and peace reigned where panic had once ruled. This is a law of the word in operation. The outer world bowed before the inner decree. Now consider a woman I once counseled, frail, trembling, told by physicians that her days were few. Her mind had been saturated with images of disease and words of fear. But when the truth of the invisible light dawned upon her, she decided to change her inner language. Each night, she lay still, eyes closed, whispering softly, every cell of my body is under divine order now. Divine love restores me. The life of God flows through me, vital, radiant, whole. She visualized her body glowing with light, each organ bathed in divine energy. She felt gratitude as though healing were complete. Within 3 months, her strength returned, and medical tests revealed what the soul already knew. She was whole. Beloved, these are not miracles. They are laws, divine, dependable, and universal. Your subconscious knows no difference between truth and illusion. It knows only what you accept as true. It is a watchman at the gate, guarding your destiny, receiving every word you speak as command. Therefore, set a watch, O Lord, upon your lips. Let not complaint nor fear proceed from your mouth, for your word is creative fire. It molds substance into form. Modern science now begins to echo these ancient truths. The physicians who study the placebo effect find that belief alone, clothed in emotion, alters the body's chemistry, regenerates tissue, strengthens immunity. Neuroscience observes that every repeated affirmation carves new pathways within the brain, living highways of possibility. Quantum physics whispers that the observer's intent collapses infinite potentials into visible reality. And what say the mystics? They smile and reply, we have known this since before time began. For faith, imagination, and feeling are the holy instruments of creation. When you believe you are guided, your whole being begins to act upon that belief. Invisible currents align, people appear, doors open, paths are cleared, for consciousness commands matter. Thus, each morning and night, you stand as both prophet and builder of your own world. You decree, and it is established unto you. Now let us go deeper. When you enter the drowsy state, that twilight between waking and sleep, your conscious mind grows quiet, and the subconscious opens its gates. This is the hour of sowing. In that holy stillness, your words are like golden seeds dropped into fertile earth. Do not scatter them carelessly. Choose them with reverence. For what you impress at night, you will express by day. You may say softly just before sleep, my word is my seed. My seed is my reality. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. Repeat it gently until the words drift into the deeper mind. Then rest, for your Father within hears you always. Remember this eternal pattern. Conscious mind equals gardener. Subconscious mind equals soil. Word equals seed. Emotion equals sunlight and water. Together, they form the sacred cycle of creation. Whatever idea you plan and feel is true, the subconscious will magnify. It does not argue. It builds faithfully in silence. Like a master builder, it draws upon the universal substance to shape the unseen into the seen. You may not see the work in progress, but trust, it is done. When you sow a seed beneath the ground, you do not tear open the earth each day to see if it grows. You rest in faith. So, too, rest in faith after you speak your word. In this light, prayer becomes not pleading, but knowing. Affirmation becomes not repetition, but recognition. Visualization becomes not fantasy, but blueprint. All creation begins and ends in an invisible realm of mind. As within, so without. As above, so below. And when the word you speak harmonizes with divine law, when it is saturated with love and gratitude, it moves through the ethers like music, and creation dances in response. Now I would have you pause, wherever you are. Breathe deeply. Close your eyes for a moment and feel this truth. The invisible light that created the stars is within you now. Say within yourself, silently but with conviction, I am one with the infinite mind. The light that moves the galaxies moves through me. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Feel it. Sense it vibrating through every cell, every heartbeat. This is not imagination. This is alignment. The word has become flesh within your own being. Tonight, before you sleep, rewrite your script. Take your pen and upon the sacred tablet of your mind, inscribe only those words you desire to live tomorrow. Do not review the errors of the day. Erase them with forgiveness. Do not dwell upon what is missing. Affirm what is becoming. Say softly as you drift into the kingdom of dreams. My word is my law. The light of divine wisdom guides me this night. My subconscious mind is a holy soil. I plant only seeds of joy, abundance, and perfect health. And sleep, knowing that unseen forces move even now to fulfill your decree. For as it is written, He gives His beloved in sleep. There is a silence deeper than sleep, a silence that is alive. When you enter that holy stillness between wakefulness and dream, the gates of creation open. This is a chamber of the whisper, the secret sanctuary of the soul, where thought becomes decree and emotion becomes form. Here the conscious mind grows drowsy. The watchman lowers his lantern. The subconscious, that mighty builder, rises and listens. It listens not to noise, but to tone, to the feeling behind the word. Therefore, what you whisper in that sacred twilight carries the power of command. The world has taught you to speak loudly, to plead, to strive. But the Spirit teaches the opposite. Be still and know that I am God. The still voice, felt and believed, shakes the invisible foundations of reality more than the shout of armies. In that borderland, when the body drifts toward sleep, you are nearest the threshold of creation. Your words at that hour are like molten gold. They flow directly into the mold of your deeper mind. So many cast careless patterns, sighing, I'm tired, I'm lonely, I'm broke. And the faithful servant within records these as orders and proceeds to build them by morning light. Yet you may reverse this eternal process at once. You may enter the same gate and send forth new decrees. Decrees of peace, wealth, vitality, and love. The law makes no distinction between a curse and a blessing. It only builds according to blueprint. When I began teaching the whisper method, I saw countless lives transformed. A young architect once told me, Dr. Murphy, my mind races at night. I see failures of the day replaying endlessly. I said to him, then those are the blueprints you deliver to your builder while you sleep. Would you hand your construction plans to chaos? He smiled, understanding. That night, he began anew. Before sleep, he whispered, Infinite intelligence designs my life in perfect order. All that I undertake succeeds. He saw in imagination a tall building radiant with light, the symbol of his perfect projects. Within weeks, forgotten clients returned, and a commission beyond his dreams was signed. Not by chance, by law. The subconscious had accepted the nocturnal decree and rearranged the outer pattern accordingly. Another woman, weary with loneliness, came seeking light. She said, I pray for companionship, yet I wake each morning more alone. I answered, because each night you sleep with the image of emptiness. You have married solitude in thought. Her tears fell, but her spirit awakened. That very evening she whispered softly, Divine love now enfolds me. I am cherished. I am needed. I am surrounded by joy. She pictured herself walking beside a beloved presence, laughter in the air, hands joined. Within months she met the one whose soul harmonized with hers, and they built a life radiant with peace. Beloved, understand the secret. The subconscious responds to impression, not supplication. Begging is a language of doubt. Quiet certainty is the language of creation. When you whisper your decree, feel its truth. Let emotion be the breath that carries the word into the deep. If you whisper health, feel health moving through you. If you whisper abundance, feel gratitude swelling like the tide. If you whisper guidance, sense the light already showing the way. The law is impartial, but your feeling gives it shape. Emotion is a current that animates the seed of thought. Without it, the seed remains dormant. With it, it bursts into bloom. Consider the body itself. Billions of cells, each an obedient worker. They do not argue with the orders of the mind. When the mind says, I am strong, they vibrate to strength. When the mind says, I am weak, they obey likewise. Therefore the wise man speaks to his own flesh as to a congregation of light. He says, every cell of my body is under divine order now. And the body, hearing the voice of its shepherd, arranges itself accordingly. You are the high priest of your inner temple. Your words are the incense upon its altar. Do not offer strange fire, words of fear or resentment, for they defile the sanctuary. Offer praise, gratitude, peace. Speak to your heart as David spoke. Be still, O my soul, and hope thou in God. The whisper method is simple. Prepare the mind. As you retire, lay aside the garments of the day. Forgive all, release all. Enter the drowsy state. Let the body grow heavy, the breath slow, the eyes close yet awake within. Form your decree. A short phrase, affirmative, filled with life. I am divinely guided. Everything I touch prospers. Divine love surrounds me and goes before me. Add the image. See it as finished. The desired scene vivid and complete. Add the feeling. Let gratitude rise as though you already possess it. Whisper it once more softly, as into the ear of God. Sleep in that feeling. Do not contradict it upon waking. These steps are not ritual but rhythm, the rhythm by which the invisible becomes visible. Some ask, must I repeat it night after night? I answer, until the seed takes root. You will know it has taken root when you no longer strive to believe. You simply know. Then cease repetition and rest in thanksgiving. For faith is the rest of knowing. It is written, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. Believing is receiving. They are one act. When I gaze upon humanity in 2025, I see multitudes weary of noise, longing for inner peace. The world shouts. Technology clamors. Yet the soul hungers for the still whisper of truth. Return, then, to the inward garden. There, amid silence, the invisible light still moves upon the face of your deep. The same energy that spins galaxies responds to the tender vibration of your thought. What grandeur, what responsibility. The word you speak within may alter nations, heal generations, open fountains of creativity never known before. Do not underestimate your midnight whisper. It is a spark thrown into the field of the infinite. It may appear small, but stars themselves were born of such sparks. Let us practice together, even now, in sacred imagination. Close your eyes. The room fades, only stillness remains. Feel the gentle weight of your body sinking into peace. Now, in the inner ear, hear these words. The light of God fills me. I am calm, whole, abundant, and free. My word is law unto my world. Let them echo again, slower, softer, until they merge with your breathing. Sense waves of golden radiance flowing through you, outward to your home, your work, your loved ones. The invisible light expands without effort, blessing all it touches. This is true prayer, communion without words, yet filled with living word. You may apply the whisper method to any area of life. For healing, the life of God flows through every cell of me now. For abundance, riches of the Spirit manifest as supply in perfect ways. For guidance, infinite intelligence shows me the way now. For peace, divine love enfolds me. All is well. Speak these not to the outer world, but to the inner, the creative workshop where forms are shaped. Remember, you are never commanding an outside deity. You are directing the divine law already present within you. There is no limit to this law except belief. Do not confine infinite mind to small desires. Expand your vision. Imagine a life radiant with purpose, service, joy. Plant seeds not merely for yourself, but for humanity, for collective harmony, for the awakening of truth across the earth. Your whispered blessing may reach a heart across oceans, for thought knows no distance. Each loving decree you send forth joins a chorus of invisible builders weaving a new world. Thus is prophecy fulfilled. The earth shall be filled with the glory of God as the waters cover the sea. This very night, when the world grows quiet and your eyelids grow heavy, practice the sacred art of the whisper. Lay upon your bed as upon holy ground. Breathe once of the day that was and release it. Forgive everyone and everything. No shadow may pass into your temple. Then whisper, slowly, tenderly, with feeling, my word is my seed. My seed is blessed of God. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. See golden light descending like dew upon fertile soil. Feel peace wrapping you like a garment. Let the words drift downward into the depths of mind as you cross the threshold of sleep. Know that the infinite worker continues through the night. He neither slumbers nor sleeps. He perfects that which concerns you. When morning comes, you will awaken renewed, for the word will have taken root in the garden of the soul. Night has passed. The soul stirs. Somewhere in the east a ray of light touches the rim of the world, an invisible light, having labored all night in the secret workshop of mind, now calls to you, awake, thou that sleepest, arise, and Christ shall give thee light. Morning is not a clock, but a resurrection. Each dawn is Genesis renewed, and there was evening, and there was morning the first day. What you whispered in darkness now seeks expression in form. Therefore your first words upon waking are the trumpet of creation. When I open my eyes each morning, I do not rush to the noise of the world. I lie still and feel the quiet pulse of life within. I know that the infinite has finished the night's building. Now my task is to bless the work and direct the day. So I speak gently to the invisible within me. This is the day the Lord has made. I rejoice and am glad in it. Divine order governs my mind, my affairs, my world. Before my feet touch the floor, I shape the atmosphere of the hours to come. For the subconscious, like a faithful steward, presents the fruit of last night's decree, and the conscious mind must accept it with gratitude and guide it with new intention. Remember, the first minutes after waking are the seed time of the day. Your mind then is supple clay, still soft from the molding hands of sleep. Imprint upon it the image of harmony and success, and it will harden into reality by noon. But speak carelessly, sigh, complain, open the door to fear, and the same law will fix those words into form. Therefore guard the threshold of dawn as you would a temple gate. Let your first thought be thanksgiving. Gratitude is the language of abundance. It tells the universe, I have received, and thus prepares you to receive more. Say with feeling, infinite life, I thank you for this new beginning. Your wisdom guides me. Your love prospers me. Your peace fills me. Pause. Feel the resonance. That vibration becomes a note to which your entire day will tune itself. The morning creation ritual is the twin of the whisper method. At night you plant, at dawn you water and tend. Together they form the rhythm of eternal growth. Awaken gently. Do not leap from bed. Feel life returning to every limb. Recall the night's decree. Remember what you whispered before sleep. Affirms fulfillment. Say, the word I spoke is established. It unfolds perfectly now. Visualize the day. See meetings harmonious. Task completed. Good news arriving. Feel joy. Let emotion rise like sunlight, energizing every cell. Then act. Move into the world as one who knows his word cannot return void. A man once told me, Dr. Murphy, my mornings are chaos. I wake anxious, already behind. I said, then your mornings are being created by yesterday's anxiety. Begin anew. He began to rise 15 minutes earlier. He sat by his window and repeated, peace fills my morning. Divine order guides every hour. I have time enough, wisdom enough, strength enough. Within a week, he found his days flowing with ease. Appointments aligned, delays dissolved. Not magic, law. His first word sculpted the day before action began. The psalmist wrote, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable. These two, word and meditation, are the sculptor's tools. Speech alone cuts the outer shape. Meditation polishes the form within. Therefore, combine them each morning. Speak the word, then dwell upon its beauty in silence. See yourself walking through the day as a king through his realm, calm, purposeful, blessing all. The world within creates the world without. Your inner attitude determines every encounter. Science again nods in recognition. Psychologists call it priming. The first thoughts of the day color perception for hours. Neuroscientists find that morning gratitude floods the body with endorphins and strengthens immunity. Yet long before a laboratory confirmed it, the prophets practiced it in song. I will sing of thy mercy in the morning. Your song is your vibration. Begin the day in praise, and the universe will echo your melody. Now, let us rehearse the ritual together. Sit upright where you are. Let your breath lengthen. Feel life moving through you. Imagine a soft golden light rising from within, spreading through every fiber. Whisper inwardly, the light of God dawns in me now. Every cell of my body is under divine order. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Repeat slowly. With each line, let the feeling of certainty deepen. See the day ahead shining like a clear path through a garden of opportunities. People smile as you pass. Doors open easily. Creative ideas unfold. This is not fantasy. This is a law of correspondence. As within, so without. A woman once came to me burdened with resentment toward her work. She dreaded each morning, and so each morning mirrored dread. I asked her to perform the ritual for 7 days. She protested, "It will not change the office." I said, "It will change you, and you will change the office." She obeyed. On the 3rd day, she found herself speaking kindly where she would have complained. By the 6th, her supervisor, long indifferent, offered her a new position better suited to her talents. When she thanked me, I replied, "Thank the law. It always answers the first word of the morning." Remember, beloved, every sunrise is a covenant renewed between you and the infinite. God gives you the clay of experience, saying, mold it as you will. What shape will you give it? Fear or faith, complaint or praise, scarcity or abundance? The choice is daily, hourly, moment by moment. Speak as one who knows the authority of his word. For the word is not sound alone. It is a union of belief and emotion expressed through speech. When you say, I am, you summon the creative fire of the universe. Do not misuse that sacred phrase by joining it to limitation. Never say, I am tired, I am poor, I am unlucky. Say rather, I am strong, I am provided for, I am guided. And the invisible light will confirm your claim. Tomorrow, when first you awaken, do not reach for the world. Reach inward. Let the first breath remind you of the infinite life breathing through you. Before a single outer word is spoken, declare within, this is my divine morning. Infinite intelligence directs me. Love, peace, and abundance go before me today. Rise slowly. Smile as though creation itself rises with you. Let gratitude be your first movement. Praise your first sound, and confidence your first thought. Do this each dawn, and the day will obey your decree. The garden you tended in the night will blossom under morning light. For the word you spoke has not vanished. It awaits your recognition. Bless the day, and it shall bless you. Speak light, and you shall walk in light. Beloved, the day unfolds, yet your work as co-creator continues. The morning sets the stage, but every thought, word, and feeling to the hours is a stroke of the brush on the canvas of reality. Be vigilant, for the subconscious is a faithful servant. It builds every impression with precision, without question or delay. Your command is its blueprint. Your emotion is fuel. Every utterance you make is a decree. Every image you entertain is a seed. Every feeling you nurture is the water that makes the seed grow. Do you speak fear, complaint, or judgment? Then the world reflects scarcity, struggle, and resistance. Do you speak faith, gratitude, and love? Then the universe mirrors abundance, joy, and opportunity. Let me give you an example. A young teacher, struggling with students and finances alike, came to me, despairing that nothing went right. She said, I cannot change the world, Dr. Murphy. I cannot change these circumstances. I replied, you are not called to change the world. You are called to change your inner script, and the world will change in response. She committed herself to a 7-day practice, a fast of negative speech. Each day she noted every word of complaint, fear, and doubt, and immediately replaced it with an affirmative declaration. I am divinely guided. Every challenge is an opportunity. My words plant seeds of love, abundance, and harmony. She visualized the students learning joyfully, the classroom alive with curiosity. She felt gratitude for every small success, knowing each was the evidence of law operating. By the 7th day, miracles had quietly emerged. Students she had despaired over began to flourish. Unexpected funds arrived to cover her bills. Colleagues reached out with encouragement and support. Not coincidence, not luck. Divine law, obeyed with discipline, emotion, and imagination, had built her reality. Now consider this principle. The word is a seed, the subconscious is the soil, emotion is the water, imagination is the sunlight. Without one, the harvest is incomplete. With all four in harmony, the universe conspires with the word to produce the desired effect. The law is impartial, but the mind must be its faithful gardener. Do not scatter seeds of fear, and do not neglect the nurturing of your inner garden. The night and the morning are your sacred partners. At night you plant, at dawn you affirm. Through the day you guard and nourish. Let us enter a deeper mystery. The mind has hidden chambers, doors you never noticed, where infinite potential waits. The conscious mind only touches a fraction of this vast treasury. Yet the subconscious obeys every command as though it were sacred law. Every whispered word, every imagined scene, every heartfelt emotion is stored here, unseen, waiting for manifestation. When you choose to speak only life-giving words, when you fast from negativity for even 7 days, you begin to witness the power of intention untainted. You cleanse the channels. You prepare the soil. You awaken the builders within. Imagine yourself as an architect, standing before the blueprint of your life. For 7 days, remove all lines of fear, limitation, and doubt. Erase all sketches of weakness, poverty, and struggle. Instead, redraw with the instruments of the infinite. Faith, gratitude, joy, abundance, health, and love. Each morning, repeat your new design. Each evening, whisper it softly in the stillness. Each hour, feel it as though reality had already obeyed. By the 7th day, the shift is unmistakable. You move with lightness. Opportunities present themselves with ease. Your interactions hum with harmony. Circumstances bend gracefully to the blueprint of your mind. Consider the biblical pattern. 7 is a number of completion, perfection, and sacred law. In 7 days the heavens rested from creation. In 7 days, your inner word fast completes its cycle, purifying, aligning, and activating the law within. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23 verse 7. Think with care. Plant with intent. Feel with gratitude. You are a creator. Every word you speak over 7 days carries immense weight. Observe silently. Watch the builders at work, and rejoice in invisible labor that produces visible results. Now, science again echoes the principle. Studies on neuroplasticity reveal that repeated thoughts forge pathways in the brain. The mind is literally sculpted by the words you speak and the images you hold. Emotion amplifies this effect. The placebo effect, observed clinically, proves that belief, focused, persistent, and heartfelt, brings change of body, mind, and circumstance. All of this, of course, the mystics knew long ago. They whispered their decrees into the night and watched unseen currents respond. They understood the ancient rhythm. First the word, then the image, then the feeling. Finally, the world bends. Beloved, I shall guide you in the 7-day word fast challenge. Commit fully. Decide to speak no word of fear, limitation, or complaint for 7 consecutive days. Morning creation. Begin each day with your sacred words. Every cell of my body is under divine order. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. Daily reflection. Whenever you catch yourself thinking negatively, stop and consciously replace the thought with an affirmative statement. Evening whisper. As night descends, whisper the same decree in a drowsy state before sleep, feeling it as absolute truth. Visualization. See each desire fulfilled, health restored, abundance flowing, relationships harmonized, wisdom guiding your steps. Emotion. Feel gratitude as though all is already accomplished. This is the energy that animates your words. Observe. Each day, note subtle changes. The world rearranges itself to mirror the law obeyed within. I speak not of fantasy, but law. I speak of principles that govern the universe, of unseen architects that build silently but faithfully, of the word that does not return void. 7 days may seem short, yet even this brief period demonstrates the power of your inner authority. Faith strengthened, habits reformed, emotions aligned. The effect is visible, tangible, undeniable. Some may ask, Dr. Murphy, what if I fail? I answer, the law is impartial. Failure is simply a blueprint of the past, obeyed by the subconscious. Return to your word. Begin again. The law does not judge, only executes. Let the 7-day word fast become your ritual of renewal. Let it cleanse your inner garden, removing weeds of doubt and complaint. Let it saturate your soil with the waters of faith and light. Then watch. Your relationships, health, finances, creativity, and peace of mind will respond as naturally as rivers flowing to the sea. During this fast, keep one constant thought. I am a child of the infinite mind. My word is my seed. My seed is my reality. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. Each repetition deepens your subconscious acceptance. Each emotion strengthens the unseen current. Each visualization guides the outer world into alignment with your inner decree. Know this. You are never alone in your work. The invisible light, the law of mind, infinite intelligence, call it what you will, labors with you and for you. All creation obeys, all matter responds. All life harmonizes to the word impressed upon the fertile soil of your subconscious. Step boldly into your 7 days. Declare only life-giving words. See only fulfillment. Feel only gratitude. An invisible light shall honor your fidelity, shaping reality to your righteous intent. Begin tonight. Choose 7 days without complaint, without fear, without limitation. Speak, whisper, visualize, and feel only words of power, abundance, and divine guidance. Each morning, recite, every cell of my body is under divine order. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. Each evening, whisper, my word is my seed. My seed is my reality. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. Guard your thoughts and feelings as sacred tools. Let this week be a temple of faith, a laboratory of law, a garden of creation. By the 7th day, you will witness the transformation. You will walk in the evidence of law fulfilled. You will know the invisible light responds faithfully to your word, your image, your emotion. Rest now, beloved, for the universe listens. The builders labor, and your whispered word is shaping worlds unseen. Beloved, you have walked through the night, awakened with the morning, and sown the seeds of life, health, and abundance. Now, let's turn our gaze to the heart, the sacred chamber where love, forgiveness, and protection dwell. For no garden flourishes while resentment or fear lurk in its soil. No creation of the mind can stand firmly while grudges anchor the soul. Forgiveness is the river that clears the path for light. It washes away the debris of memory, dissolving old patterns that bind and limit. Without it, even the most radiant decrees encounter resistance. With it, the invisible light moves unhindered, shaping reality with effortless grace. Hear the ancient wisdom echo, forgive, and ye shall be forgiven. This is not suggestion. It is law. The mind that forgives opens the gates of abundance, health, and peace. The subconscious does not distinguish between justice and mercy. It simply obeys the vibration impressed upon it. A mind steeped in resentment prints the seed of suffering. A mind steeped in forgiveness prints the seed of liberation. Therefore, begin within. Let each transgression, every slight, every word that is wounded, be released. Whisper quietly to yourself, I forgive all and I release all. I am free. Divine love flows through me, cleansing and restoring every relationship, every memory, every cell of my body. Once the heart is cleared, protective decrees may be established. These are not walls of fear, but shields of light. They are affirmation of divine order and a recognition that infinite intelligence surrounds, enfolds, and preserves you. For as you forgive and release, the universe conspires to protect your sacred inner garden. Speak these words aloud or inwardly. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. No thought of fear can penetrate my consciousness. Every word I speak is under the law of life, health, and abundance. I walk in peace, guided by the invisible light. Feel their vibration. Sense the invisible currents of power flowing around you like a river of gold. Your mind becomes a fortress not of steel, but of spirit. Let me give you an example. A man, burdened by anger and betrayal, came to me weary of life itself. He carried grudges for decades, and each morning his words and thoughts reflected the weight of that resentment. I said to him, "You are planting stones where you would plant seeds. Release the stones, and the soil becomes fertile." He began the forgiveness practice. Each day, he would recall someone who had wronged him and repeat quietly, "I forgive you. I release you." Divine love flows between us. Feel the release within yourself, the burden lifting from your chest. Repeat for all people, all circumstances, all memories that disturb your peace. Finally, extend forgiveness to yourself. I forgive myself. I release my errors. Divine love restores me now. Notice the calm that follows. The heart unclenches. The subconscious mind receives a new vibration and begins to orchestrate circumstances in alignment with peace. Following forgiveness, you establish protective decrees. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. Every word I speak is blessed and empowered. I am safe, guided, and harmonized with the invisible light. Nothing of fear, lack, or limitation can penetrate my consciousness. Repeat these words morning, noon, and night, feeling their energy circulate through every cell. The invisible shield becomes tangible in your experience. Events, people, and opportunities flow around you as a river flows around a stone, unobstructed, peaceful, purposeful. Consider the wisdom of Scripture. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. Psalms 91 verse 4. This is not metaphor alone. The subconscious mind and infinite intelligence hear the words protection, obeying them faithfully. When fear is replaced with trust, vulnerability transforms into power. Now, integrate forgiveness practice plus protective decrees with visualization and emotion. See yourself walking through life surrounded by a luminous shield. Hear the words of forgiveness, like music flowing from your lips and heart. Feel gratitude for the divine love that enfolds you. Imagine your loved ones, your work, your health, all enveloped in this radiant protection. This is your sacred daily exercise, not for ceremony, but for creation. Each repetition strengthens the law. Each feeling empowers manifestation. Each visualized scene aligns reality with your inner decree. Let me share one final story. A mother, fearful for her child, practiced the forgiveness plus protective decrees nightly. She released old anger, whispered blessings, and visualized her child bathed in protective light. Not long after, the child, who had been struggling with school and health issues, began to thrive. Teachers reported ease in learning. Friends offered support. Medical tests returned with clarity and wellness. The invisible light had responded, not magically, but lawfully, to the mother's focused heart and word. Beloved, now it is your turn. Prepare the heart. Clear the garden. Establish the shield. Allow the law to work in full accordance with your new vibration. Tonight, as you prepare for rest, forgive all. Whisper, I forgive all and I release all. Divine love flows through me, cleansing every cell and memory. Forgive yourself. Whisper, I forgive myself. I release errors of the past. Divine love restores me now. Establish your protective decree. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. Every word I speak is under the law of life, health, and abundance. I walk in peace, guided by the invisible light. Feel the vibration of each word, each phrase, each visualization. Sleep in the assurance that the infinite intelligence labors with you. Know that tomorrow, As the morning rises, your garden will flourish under the rays of light in the law of the word. Beloved, you'll walk through the night, awaken with the dawn, planted seeds of life, and purified your heart with forgiveness. Now we gather in spirit, in thought, in vibration, not as individuals alone, but as a collective orchestra of word and light. For when hearts join in harmony, the invisible light multiplies its power. One voice may move a ripple, many voices move oceans. Imagine a great circle of souls, each seated within their inner garden, each whispering words affirmation and seeing the invisible light respond. The energy flows like rivers converging into the sea, a torrent of creation bending reality toward divine order. The law is impartial, yet responsive. It is written, "For where two or three are gathered in my name, there am I in the midst of them." Matthew 18, verse 20. But let it be known, beloved, that gathering is not only a body, but a mind and spirit. When intention aligns, the collective thought forms a powerful current that sweeps away limitation, disease, poverty, and discord. Together, we may practice group word power. Sit quietly, close your eyes, breathe deeply, feeling the rhythm of life pulsing within you. Visualize not only your own desires, but the highest good of all. See health restored, abundance flowing, peace reigning, wisdom guiding. Whisper affirmations for the collective. Every soul is divinely guided. Divine love surrounds all and protects all. Every heart, every home, every mind is under the law of life and abundance. Feel the wave of gratitude rising, joining with the gratitude of countless others. Let the energy of collective intention spiral outward, touching unseen lives, reshaping circumstances, and aligning the world with infinite mind. Consider the proof in lives changed, even by silent thought. A small circle of believers, meeting in spirit each morning for a week, reported transformations. Jobs restored, long-lost relationships reconciled, health renewed, abundant appearing in surprising ways. Not magic, not coincidence. Law, obeyed collectively, with feeling, imagination, and words. Beloved, now enter the closing affirmation loop, the sacred final rhythm of this journey. This loop is a continuous, spiraling declaration, a prayer and command fused together. It moves from your inner being outward, touching every cell, every thought, every circumstance. Every cell of my body is under divine order now. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. My word is my seed. My seed is my reality. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. Every cell of my body is under divine order now. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. My word is my seed. My seed is my reality. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. Repeat this loop in thought, in breath, in feeling. Hear it as music. See it as light. Feel it as living energy. Let it spiral upward, outward, and inward, permeating every corner of your being and the world around you. The invisible light responds immediately, yet silently. You may not see the effect at once, yet trust the law. What is impressed upon the subconscious mind and released with feeling moves into manifestation. The mind of God, infinite intelligence, knows no delay, only perfect timing. All creation bends obediently to the word, the image, and the emotion impressed within. Remember the stories. The man in business whose night whispers brought abundance. The woman healed by visualization and affirmations. The teacher whose 7-day fast transformed her work. The mother whose protective decrees shielded her child. Each is a testimony. Each is law in action. Now magnify it through unity. See the world not as separate, but as a garden where all your fellow souls are co-gardeners, planting, nurturing, blessing, and receiving. Your personal word carries power. The collective word carries exponential force. Together, the invisible rivers converge into oceans of reality reshaped by light, love, and law. Beloved, let us seal this moment with final words of power, repeating in thought, breath, and feeling. I am the architect of my life. I am guided by infinite intelligence. I forgive, I release, I create. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. Every word I speak is a seed of life, abundance, and joy. Every cell of my body is under divine order now. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. My word is my seed. My seed is my reality. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. I am the creator of my destiny. I am one with the invisible light. I am the infinite expressed in form. All is well. All is complete. All is divinely perfect. Feel the spiral lift you beyond time and space. Know that the law has heard you, that the invisible light moves on your command, and that the worlds unseen are already rearranging to reflect the word impressed within you. This is a culmination, the sacred conclusion of our journey through the invisible currents of creation. You have learned to whisper, to rise with intention, to fast from negativity, to forgive, to protect, to join in collective energy, and to loop affirmations with unshakable faith. These are not rituals. They are the law of life, the architecture of the unseen, the instruments of infinite mind. Carry them forward. Every breath, every thought, every word is sacred. Every action, every intention, every feeling is a note in the symphony of creation. And as you continue, remember, you are never separate from the invisible light. You are a child of the infinite. Every seed you plant grows. Every word you speak is law. Every thought you hold forms a world you see. Beloved, let this be your eternal rhythm. Every cell of my body is under divine order now. Everything I touch prospers. I am divinely guided in all I do. Divine love surrounds me, enfolds me, and protects me. My word is my seed. My seed is my reality. Tonight I plant life, health, and abundance. Repeat, feel, believe, receive. Know that the law obeys you, the light surrounds you, and creation itself bends joyfully to the authority of your mind and heart. Rise now and walk boldly into the world, for you are a creator, a co-architect of the infinite, a whisperer of light. The invisible light moves with you, through you, as you. All is well, all is complete, all is divinely perfect.